the central place in the politics. An idea, the central politics, central place in the politics. They bitterly oppose the British and popularized the boycott of foreign goods. It's called the boycott of foreign goods. They act on mass mobilization through public meetings. Mass mobilizations. Religious festivals were used to further political propaganda. Festivals, further political propaganda. Reassertion of a nation, dignity, honor, and confidence was focused. Reassertion of nation, dignity, national dignity, honor, and confidence was focused. Swadeshi and Swaraj were the most popular slogan. Swadeshi and Swaraj of the extremist. Popular slogan. National schools and Swadeshi industries. National school and Swadeshi industries were established by the extremist leader. National schools. So this was the main epic arms against the propaganda, but further political propaganda. The assertion of nation's dignity, honor, and confidence was focused. Confidence, honor, dignity. Most popular slogan ଥିଲା Swadeshi and Swaraj of the extremist. How did Sardar Patel succeeded succeed in avoiding the evil consequence of the doctrine of lapse of a paramountcy and integrating Indian state? Sardar Patel integration of the princely state by his diplomatic skills. Integration achieved integration of the princely state. Diplomatic skills and foresightedness, Durdosti. The task of amalgamating 50 to 562 independent state amalgamate affiliated integrated with a democratic self-governing India with a democratic self-governing India was difficult. Democratic self-governing and delicate, but it was essential to save India from balkanization once the paramounts of the British crown lapsed. Save India from balkanizations once the paramountcy of British crown lapsed. Essentials to save the India from balkanizations, from bifurcations, from division separations, independent state, the democratic self-governing India. Sardar Patel took charge of State Department in July 1947. Took charge. He sensed the urgent and imperative need of integration of a princely state. He sensed the urgent and imperative need. He followed an iron-handed policy. Iron policy. He made it clear that he did not recognize the right of any state. He made it clear that he did not recognize the right of any state. Recognize to remain independent and in isolation within India. He made it clear that he did not recognize the right of any state to remain independent or isolation from India, isolation within India. He aroused the iron-handed policy. He aroused the nationalistic sentiment of the princes. He aroused the nationalistic sentiment and invited them to be part of a democratic constitution, the national importance. He even persuaded them to surrender defense, foreign affairs, and communications to the government of India. He persuaded, he requested, he aroused the nationalistic sentiment of the princes and invited them to be part of a democratic constitution in the national importance. These tactics worked, and 15th August 1947, all the provinces except Junagadh, Hyderabad, and Kashmir acceded cons- acc- acceded or province to India. He carried on the threefold process of assimilations, threefold processes: assimilation, centralizations, and unifications. Assimilations, centralizations, threefold process of assimilation, centralization, and unification. The states. Centralization, unifications, threefold process. He handled the case of Junagadh and Hyderabad like a true statesman. Junagadh wanted to accede to Pakistan, but when the people voted, the Patel in plebiscites. Consequently merged with the Indian Union. Consequently merged. Patel intervened the stations and make plebiscite, holding a plebiscite. Patel subdued Nizam of Hyderabad with an iron hand. He decided upon a police action. Police action. When Nizam aroused anti-India feelings, Nizam aroused. He even ordered army to march in Hyderabad. Nizam of Hyderabad surrendered and acceded to India. Sardar Patel followed a very calculated method, observing and integrating princely state into Indian Union. Very calculated method in observing and integrating princely state into Indian Union. Very calculated method in observing. He achieved an Indian Union with minimal violence. He achieved minimal violence. Achieved the Indian Union with a minimum violence. What are the circumstances led to the partition of India in 1947? Partition of India is culminating end of a long-standing process which had begun with the establishment of a British rules. Culminating end of a long-standing process. Culminating end of long-standing process which had begun with the establishment of British rules in India. Process. Establishment of a British rule. And partition of India was a culminating end of long-standing process which had begun with the establishment of British rule in India. The persons of a divisive Congress and the events